Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to be going over epilepsy misconceptions. The first one, I did see a video online. It was like friend of a friend of a friend, and they had posted them at like a party and stuff. And there was like a whole bunch of flashing lights, and the caption was what killed me. That they were like, "I'm sorry if this gives you epilepsy." And I was just like, what? Flashing lights will actually not give you epilepsy. It can be a trigger though. This is by Epilepsy Foundation of America. So for about 3% of people with epilepsy, exposure to flashing lights at certain intensities or to certain visual patterns can trigger seizures. So that type of trigger is called a photosensitive trigger. It's mostly common in children and teens. It does become less frequent with age. Next one is epilepsy is contagious. No, it's not. It's not contagious. It's not a transmittable disease, I guess. It's a neurological disorder, and you can't catch it. So if you walk by me in the store, you see me, don't worry, you will not catch epilepsy. You'll be perfectly fine. Every seizure is a grand mal seizure. I think it was my first video that I posted. It was What's Epilepsy? Go ahead and look at that one. And so that one, I went over the types of seizures other than grand mal, like the focal, generalized, and absence. And there's a few other ones. So yes, there are different types of seizures, and they're not all grand mal seizures. The next one is that if you haven't had a seizure in a while, that means you're cured, right? I wish that would be great. Nobody's ever cured of epilepsy, I guess. It just means they haven't had a seizure in a while. I want to say I haven't had a seizure in about a year, I think, but just because I haven't had one in a while does not mean I'm cured. I wish that was the case, but unfortunately that's just not how it works. People with epilepsy are disabled and cannot work. Some people that have epilepsy have physical limitations. In my case, I do not. I can still work. I've always had a job. I started working at 15 and I'm working right now. I work at a violin studio teaching violin, and super fun, I love it. But yes, people with epilepsy are not disabled, and they can work. Next one is, epilepsy is rare and not a lot of people have it. So 1% of the population has epilepsy. That's about 3.4 million people. That's a lot more than I thought. I got that number from Epilepsy Foundation of America and also University of Chicago Medicine. Next one is, you can swallow your tongue during a seizure. It is physically impossible to swallow your tongue. Like, you can't. So no, you can't swallow your tongue if you're having a seizure. Mostly people associate swallowing your tongue with the grand mal seizure or the tonic-clonic seizure. That's where they lose muscle control and they are on the ground, they're just like shaking and stuff. So that's usually what people associate with the swallowing your tongue. But no, you can't do that. Next one is, force something into the mouth of someone having a seizure. That means like putting something in between their teeth so they don't bite off their tongue. The intention is good, but please do not do that. That can actually damage our teeth, or it can even break the jaw. So even though the intention's probably really good, don't do that. Again, it can really hurt someone having this seizure like the tonic-clonic. Also, restraining somebody while having a seizure, don't do that, please, because it can hurt them, because you're trying to hold them still, and it can also hurt you because they're convulsing. I'm making a separate video for seizure first aid. So, quick thing, so if somebody's having a seizure, lay them on their side and cushion their head with something. Just kind of stay back behind them, just in case they start to fall backwards, you can keep them up. Just kind of watch after them, but don't restrain them. The next one, I actually got a lot of people asking me this, is only kids get epilepsy. Actually, older people can develop epilepsy due to strokes, heart attacks, and it can develop in there. So no, it's not only in kids or teens. Next one is people with epilepsy shouldn't have jobs of responsibility or stress. Even though stress can be a trigger, we're still able to work. Again, I've had a job for a long time, and you still have to be responsible whether you're non-epileptic or epileptic. So next question is, with today's medication, epilepsy is almost a solved problem, but unfortunately it is not. There are always advances being made in medication, but it's not going to be a solved problem for a very long time. The next one is going to be, you can't die from epilepsy, which is not true. You actually can. According to the Epilepsy Foundation of America, about the same number of people die each year from seizures as die from either breast cancer or traffic accidents. So that is actually 45,000 people per year. I didn't think it was going to be that many per year. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye!